Buzzing. It's Friday, the 11th of June, which means one thing. The Euros start tonight. Turkey versus Italy, but we'll talk about that after we talk about... What a game
that is, by the way. What a game that is.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good game. As you can see, joining me today is my Armory TV compadre, Gumsa. How we doing?
I'm all good. I'm happy. I'm ready for it.
And our frenemy. We're not enemies at the moment. It's the Euros now.
Yeah. Well, we can be friends. We can be friends now. We can be friends now. I'll allow it.
How we doing? How we doing over there at Paxton Road?
I'm all right, mate. You know the turmoil that's going on at my club at the moment is it's never ending. So to be able to actually distract myself, and you know what, I've actually got a bit of love for the international football scene back again now. So I'm absolutely buzzing for this Euros. I cannot wait. So yeah, let's just go. Let's hopefully England do a good job as well.
Yeah, and this probably like the last time you get to celebrate Harry Kane scoring goals, isn't it?
Mate, honestly, I'll still support Harry Kane as long as you don't go Chelsea or Arsenal. I'll still support Harry Kane because he deserves it. But honestly, like I said, if he joins the London club, then yeah, this will be the last time that I'll be celebrating Harry Kane scoring goals. Yes, that is true.
All right, well, should we get into it? What we're going to do? We're going to pick out teams who we think are going to win the group, finish second in the group, finish third in the group. And then we'll go on to the round of 16 semis, quarters, semis, finals, and we'll go on to who we think is going to win it. Cool. So let's start with Group A. Do you want to bring the slide up for us, Darius?
Yes, I can. All right, here we go, lads.
So, Italy, Switzerland, Turkey, Wales. I think. Well, go on, Gumsa.
I'm going to go Turkey go first.
Really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think their squad's pretty decent. The last round of qualifier games friendly games, they didn't play the best, but I think they've got one of them, Belgium like 8 years ago where they had that solid team where you don't really know many of the players yet, but they're on their way. I think Turkey are there. I think everyone's going to expect Italy to win. So teams will set up maybe a bit different against Italy. So yeah, I'm going to go Turkey first, Italy second. Ooh, then it's a toss-up, really. I'm going to go Wales. I hope Wales do well. So I'll go Wales and Switzerland.
Interesting. That's completely different from what I was going to go for. But we'll go to you, Darius.
So for me, I do agree with you about Turkey. I think that Turkey are what you would probably call a dark horse, because I think a lot of people are predicting Italy to be a dark horse, but I believe that Italy are absolutely amazing. If you're going to put Italy in that category, I'd put them with the Portugals, the Frances, the Englands, and the Germanys for me, because that team, they were unbeaten. I think it's 28 games. I don't think they've lost since 2018. Mancini, for me, great manager. They've got a young team. Players like Barella coming in. Nico Barella's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Jorginho, Locatelli, Jorginho, that midfield. You think of those three midfield already. Yeah. You've got Belotti up front, Immobile up front, Insigne. I really do think this team is serious and properly contending against it. I'm not going to call them a dark horse, but they will be my first place for this group. Turkey definitely second. Turkey have got a team that seems. For me, Turkey's got that team that seems close-knit and almost like a family, and it seems like they'll work hard for each other, and I think that will go a long way in this Euros. And then also you've got Burak Yilmaz, who's just come off winning a league, Zeki Çelik, who's just come off winning a league, Yazici, who's just come off winning a league, so Soyuncu, who's playing for Leicester, Kabak, so they've got players, so it's not even like they're just a close-knit team, do you know what I mean? They've got players as well. So yeah, for me, Italy first, Turkey second, and then it's really a toss-up. If Gareth Bale has a performance, if Gareth Bale has a Euros, then Wales will finish third. I really do think it depends on Gareth Bale. They've got other players as well. I do like Harry Wilson a lot, but I think their Euros depends on Gareth Bale. And if he's really going for it, and like I said, as a Spurs fan, I can tell you that he does turn up for Wales a lot more than he turns up for Spurs, and he's turned up for Spurs this season as well. Let's not beat around the bush. He has turned up for Spurs when he's been playing. So for me, I think that Gareth Bale is going to continue his form on, and Wales will finish third. And I think that Xhaka is going to lead Switzerland to a solid fourth place finish. That's my prediction.
I agree with you on that.
Well,
he won't be at your club anymore, will he? Hopefully, he'll be joining Jose in Roma. So
it looks like it. It does look like it. I'm going to go Italy, Turkey, Switzerland.
Ooh, cool. Then, if you let me take Italy first and Turkey second, I'll put Switzerland third and Wales fourth. Are we cool with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I think that'll be a very underrated group in terms of games as well. Because Turkey, Switzerland, and Wales don't seem like, you know what I mean? They don't seem like teams that people really pay attention to. But I really think that Turkey team are going to do something special this Euro.
Gumsa, on Italy, can I change your mind by letting you know that all of Italy's games are at Rome?
Yeah, go on, we go Italy. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I said it's just a sneak feeling, but I think that head-to-head is going to be really, really interesting to get to Italy and Turkey, isn't it? But
that's a question, Gumsa. Do you think that this game today will be deciding who finishes first and second in that league? Because obviously they play each other today, don't they?
Yeah, I do think it. So I think so. Whoever grabs that by the scruff of the neck, then I think that if Turkey start off well against Italy, I think they're going to go maybe quite deep in the tournament. I think they'll take Switzerland and Wales. So I think it's whoever wins that really then pushes forward and goes through first, personally.
Right. Group B.
More straightforward, in my opinion.
Belgium, Denmark, Finland. I think it's pretty straightforward. Go on, Darius.
Well, I'll be quick then. I'll just say Belgium, Denmark second. I think, and it might be Højbjerg and Eriksen bias, but when you've got them two as your spine, I do think they've got a decent chance. And then they've got Kasper Schmeichel in goal as well. So, yeah. Belgium, Denmark, Russia, Finland for me.
Gumsa?
Total agreement.
Yeah, pull it in. I'm with you guys.
Let's go.
100%. That saved a bit of time.
Yeah,
Group C. Austria, North Macedonia, Ukraine, and the Netherlands. Gumsa, you start on this one.
Yeah, Netherlands first.
Yeah.
I've got them as I've probably got 3 teams I think can win it, but I've got Netherlands going quite deep. I like the balance of their squad. I think if they had Van Dijk, they'd be definitely up there with some of, do you know what I mean, the top picks. But yeah, I like their team this year. Looks like it's got a bit more than they've had in previous tournaments. So yeah, and they got a good young squad coming through. So yeah, Holland first. I don't know between Austria and Ukraine. I'm happy to go with whichever you lot think, to be fair. I'll just take a stab in the dark and go Austria. Then Ukraine third, and then Macedonia last.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I'll even throw in a reason for me putting Austria second, and that's 2 players that I think will make a massive difference. Sabitzer is one of them, and David Alaba is the other. I think those 2. I think David Alaba plays slightly more. I think he almost plays centre mid for Austria. If you've got Sabitzer and Alaba in your midfield, I think that stands a good position to do well. So, and then Ukraine and Macedonia. I think North Macedonia, I think it's their first tournament, isn't it? So I think they'll be up for it. I think they'll be pumped. They might get a win against Ukraine, but yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you both. I don't really see it being any different. My only thing with Netherlands is I think they're similar to England, where Frank de Boer is such a dead manager. I think he'll be the only reason that they might not do as well. Because I agree with you, Gumsa. I think that I've always liked the Netherlands. I think they've got some real good players on their team. But I just don't. They've always had, and that's the thing. But I just don't know if when they had Koeman in charge, they looked like a proper outlook in the qualifiers. And obviously Koeman left and went to Barcelona, and Frank de Boer took over, and I was a bit underwhelmed by that. So I'm going to agree with you guys and say Netherlands third.
I didn't say anything, but I'm with it.
Cool. Group go first for this one. You go first for this one then, since it's the mighty 3 Lions, Mr. Silver Fox.
Again, it's the first game, isn't it? On Sunday. That's going to decide it for me. But you got to go with your heart, ain't you? And I think this time round we're better than Croatia. You know, they've still got some good, dangerous players there. In your Brozovic's and your Perisic, all the edges, yeah. Also, isn't that the one that scored a hat-trick against Spurs, Orsic?
Oh, he is as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God,
that's why Eric Dyer didn't get picked.
Oh, mate. If Eric Dyer got picked, I wouldn't have watched the Euros, I'm telling you now. I'd have been the first one to complain about that.
But England, Croatia. It's a toss-up here. I think Czech Republic are stronger, especially in midfield with the likes of Souček in there, and there's another one.
Soufal as well plays right back, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He plays for West Ham. Yeah,
and I think Scotland. Sorry if there's any Scots watching. At the bottom of the pile, I'm afraid. They'll give us a good game, though. They definitely will give us a good game.
I'm a little bit now. This for me, right? In terms of obviously you've got later on the group of death, which everybody knows is the toughest group. For me, I think this is the second toughest group to predict, not in terms of like the quality of the teams, but in terms of predicting. I genuinely don't know, you know. And the reason I say this is because it's the same thing you said about Italy. Scotland play all their games at Hampden Park, don't they? In Scotland, I'm pretty sure all their games are home. Yeah. And it's their first international tournament in about, what, 30 years or so?
Yeah, they play at Hampden Park apart from England.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think Scotland might pull something. I don't know, you know. And you know, Tierney and Robertson, those two down that left, it's gracefully good. Like, I watched it, I can't remember what friendly it was. And they were like dominating that left-hand side to the point where I was like, wow, if they and then you got McGinn in the middle, and I think they're trying to play McTominay in the middle as well. If they can get that done, then I really do think that Scotland have a good chance of this. Croatia, again, great team, and Czech Republic, again, good players. But I don't know, you know. It's going to be, for me, England first and Czech Republic last. That second and third, I don't know. I'm going to go Scotland second. That's my big one. I'm going to go Scotland second because of the fans and the fact that they've been left out quite a lot. They've not been left out quite a lot, but they're left out of the tournament. They've not been in the tournament. But that's a big move for me. I really do believe that the fans backing them are gonna push them forward. And if Croatia get a result against England, I'm gonna start to be worried. If Croatia do beat England, then I am gonna be worried about England's position in finishing top two. So England, Scotland, Croatia, Czech Republic for me.
That is a shout. Wow. That's a big one. Thumbs up. Full of that.
You know what? I've changed my mind about 5 times in the last minute.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
This is, I think, the hardest one to predict. And I'm thinking, do I go with my head or my heart? So my head's saying England, Croatia, Czech and Scotland, but my heart's saying I don't trust Southgate to get it right in the first game. And I think
I knew it'd be you.
I think this group goes down to the last game. I think we're going to have 3 teams end with 4 points, 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. I think it's going to be that tight to go down to goal difference. And I just don't know who's going to do what. I'll be honest. I like the shout about Scotland. So again, they're the ones no one's looking at, and they've got players. Even with Che Adams and I can't remember the other striker, they've got quite a good little partnership up front.
And all them,
McGinn's a good player. I say McTominay's solid. Tierney and Robertson is a problem for teams. So, do you know what? I would love to see Scotland actually do go through. I will. Croatia, what is Croatia doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah,
and I think
experience in it.
I think Croatia will go through top. And England might beat. I don't know. I think we're right off the Czechs. I really think this is going to be a tight league. I'm happy to go with anything you guys go. I'm not even going to make a decision on this one. You lot, whatever you two think.
I'm putting England first because I don't want to. I just want to be positive about England for once in the tournament. So I'm going to put England first.
Now we're second. I've gone Croatia. Darius has gone Scotland. So this really is on you, Gumsa.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to put this one on you. Yeah, we're going to have to put this one on
Czech Republic then. Please say there's someone in the comment section watching who can make my mind up for me. Anyone out there? Now, go. Do you know what, let's have fun with it. Let's go Scotland.
Go on.
Scotland. Wow. Okay.
And then Croatia. I feel like this could be the one where we look very silly online, guys.
Yeah, it'll probably be complete flip of that. Czech.
I didn't say Scotland.
Yeah, SilvaFox. me and Gumsa will take the hit for this one. I'll accept that. But
we got like 7 minutes left. Right. So
I know we can do this. We can do this.
Group E, Poland, Spain, Sweden, Slovakia. Go.
I think we can do that. You guys call that? Yeah.
Poland.
Yeah, Poland. I would go Poland.
Depends on Lewandowski, but I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, I definitely believe that Poland. And then Ibrahimovic is out, and apparently Kulusevski's also got COVID. So that's their 2 best players in my opinion. So that's going to really affect them.
Yeah, keep them third. We keep them third though, but yeah.
And it's Slovakia fourth, sadly. And then this is a tough one. This is a tough one as well.
Group F.
What's the first game? Who plays who first game? First
game. Hungary versus Portugal.
Okay, I'll say mine, and then you guys can go off.
Go on.
I'm gonna go because Hungary play Portugal first. I'm gonna go France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary. If Germany played Hungary first, I think they would have done it. I understand that Muller and Hummels are back, and I think that one of these teams will go through on the third place playoff coefficient, whatever. So I'm gonna go France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary.
France, Germany, Portugal, Hungary.
Other way around. Portugal second.
Oh, right, yeah. And then you Gumsa?
I'm thinking. I predicted France to win it, and I looked at that group of death, and I thought, I see them coming third.
It's ugly.
I think they're notoriously slow starters, France, aren't they?
Mm.
They've done
just
it in a few
competitions. Just bear in mind, France are playing all their games at home, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
No, they're not. No, that's Germany. Germany playing all their games at home.
Oh, is it?
I would say Germany first. I think whenever France are coming in tournament as favourites, they normally start slow and they just scrape.
Yes, they do, yeah.
And then they might come on strong. They've notoriously, and again, it kind of goes hand in hand. They never start with Giroud, and then they realise by game 3, actually, we've got to play him to get the best out of the team. So I feel Benzema will start.
I think. Yeah, true. Yeah.
I think Benzema will start. I think I'm going to go Germany, Portugal, France, Hungary. And
what Silver Fox? Sorry, I just want to see what Silver Fox's thoughts on it because I might change my mind now, Gumsa, because you said that. I might have changed my mind.
I have thought about Germany. However, I'm still sticking my guns with Portugal.
My God, we're all over the place, we are.
Right, and I've gone Portugal, France, Germany. So even though Germany are playing all their games at home.
I tell you what, let's put Hungary in fourth. That's decided.
That's
you guys feel sorry for them, and especially now, I think they're without Sabazli as well, which is
he's out. Yeah, Sabazli is out. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, so we all put France in our top 2, didn't we? Or did you put France first?
I had them third. We've literally all of us have got something different.
So we've all got Portugal in our top 2 then, I believe.
Yeah, put Portugal in. I think Portugal got in.
Yeah, we've all got Portugal.
If we've all got Portugal in our top 2, technically they have to be first then, in my opinion.
Yeah, put them in.
Yeah.
God. And then it's France or Germany. I think I had France third. Where did you have France, Tony?
I had France top.
I had France second.
Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna put, because Germany are home, I'm gonna put Germany second. I'm gonna say Germany second because they're home. This is going to be another one we're going to look like idiots.
You know, people are sat there now.
We're going to look like idiots. But you know what? We are FCB. We're controversial for a reason, aren't we, lads? But then again, look, there's four of these guys go through here. So I think we all have to agree that France would probably do decent enough. But then again, it's based on the points earned in the
because you think they might end up with 3 points, which might be the worst out of the lot if they get beat by the other 2.
France is definitely
we'll have to say. We'll have to say, yeah. I'm going to go for Croatia. Do you guys disagree?
Yeah.
Happy with that.
I don't know.
Russia, you know.
I think Russia always seem to do okay.
Yeah, Russia will go.
And then, you know what?
I think we're going to be
Jacques' red and white army.
I'm thinking Sweden.
Or Sweden. That was another one I was thinking as well.
I think Sweden have the easier group. So if they just say they beat Slovakia and take a draw of Poland.
Yeah,
that's
on that.
I was going to say who's Switzerland.
On that, we'll do that then. Yeah,
because Switzerland might lose 2 straight away.
You're definitely right about that, Gumsa.
I'm with that.
Right.
Well, let's get through these.
One word answers.
One word. And we start off with that.
France. I'm going France.
France for me.
France.
Italy for me.
Italy. Portugal.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm going Scotland. I'm going
Scotland as well. Scotland in the finals.
You're Scotland. All right, okay, cool. Scotland.
Spain or Croatia? That's a good game. That sounds like penalties to me. That stinks of penalties.
Yeah. I think Spain struggled to break them down.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Was it the World Cup that Croatia beat Spain? Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Did they?
Yeah.
I think it might have been.
I think so, yeah.
In 2018, yeah.
Because then England played them after.
So let's go Spain.
Oh, I didn't know this was. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Can we go back and change some of the things around, please?
Oh, you know, this game would take place in. I've seen it. Oh no, this was a bit at Wembley as well, wouldn't it? Yeah. Wembley. Penalty shootouts. Gareth Southgate's around.
Oh God!
Germany win. If it's Wembley penalties, Germany win. You know that already. You know that's going to be the game.
England, do it.
You going England, Silver Fox?
Do it.
Gumsa.
Germany. I've got to go Germany. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Darius, don't let me down.
Silver Fox, I'm really sorry, but I struggle to see England and Southgate beating low in that Germany team. They seem too mature. They just seem like I think it's a tournament too early for this young England side. Only because it's Wembley. I'm gonna go England, but Gumsa, my heart, I'm gonna have to say.
I'm with you.
My heart does say Germany, unfortunately. Netherlands, Sweden. I think the Netherlands. Yeah. And then Turkey, Denmark. I think Turkey.
Turkey.
Let's go from bottom up this time then. Netherlands, Turkey.
You know what? I fancy Turkey in this one.
Yeah, me too.
I do fancy Turkey. I really do. Spain, England.
I think that's an easier game. I fancy England. If England get there, I think they beat them.
Silver Fox, you agree? I think you definitely agree.
I'm completely with you.
Yeah. Portugal, Scotland, good game again, but I think
Portugal.
I think it's Portugal.
Too strong.
Yeah.
Player of the tournament, Ruben Neves.
Probably.
I'm going Italy here.
What is it, Ruben Diaz then? Italy. You going Italy?
I'm going Italy.
Ooh.
I've got to go France.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Silver Fox. I'm sorry. The only reason I'm saying France is because we placed them third, and I can't disrespect them that much. They've only got Mbappe and Benzema up front, with Griezmann behind, and Pogba and Kante.
I think that one you could actually.
It's a flip of a coin.
Yeah.
Flip of a coin game, 100%. And I think whoever wins that game wins the tournament, in my opinion. But
you reckon?
We'll go on to the two semi-finals. That's an amazing match. I think France have got that.
It's the Euro 2016 final all over.
It is. And I think France are going to be hurting and licking their wounds. And I really believe that. But then again, that defense, I don't know,
Portugal got that know-how. Like,
I'm going to go France. I'm going to go France.
Are you? I'm going to go Portugal.
Jeez, you giving me deciding vote?
I'm giving you deciding vote, Gumsa.
Portugal got some players, haven't they?
Ooh, let's go.
Defensively, I can't go against France. If everyone knows me, they know I've always go with France, always. So I'm going with the French boys.
And then finally, England.
This is a big game we could lose.
Now, 100%. If we're gonna beat Germany and beat Spain, we 100%. This will be the one that will be like the sweating one. We're all biting our nails. Don't know what's gonna happen. I definitely agree with you. But
at Wembley, England.
At Wembley, you get that far. You beat. If we're saying that we're gonna beat Germany and Spain, and that's very brave of us, then we can't. Yeah. We surely can't go out to Turkey. And I know Turkey are very good, but I think I'm gonna go England. I don't know about you, Gumsa.
On paper, I'll go England, but it's just England, isn't it?
England. It's like Spurs, bro. England are like Spurs to me. Haven't won a title since the 60s. It's like
55 years.
We go touching distance, and then something goes wrong.
You know, one of them.
But let's put them through. Let's put England through. Let's keep. I'm gonna stay believing. Let's go with England,
guys. We're doing. I think we're doing this to stay positive for our. Culture.
Yeah.
England, Germany is when I was kind of thinking. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is.
That might be the end of it.
And then finally, France, England in the final. What a flipping game
that should have been the World Cup final, really. If Harry Kane spared the ball to Sterling.
Yeah, I agree again. I'm not going to say anything else on that. I'm going to just accept the banter and say that if it happens again, I genuinely believe if this final is to happen, this is where I have to draw the line on predicting England. Unfortunately, I can't see John Stones, Connor Cody, Harry Maguire and Ben White being able to deal with Griezmann, Mbappe, and Coman and Benzema and all of those players. I just can't see that happening. That France team have won a World Cup. They've been there. They've done it. They've gotten 2 years old, 4 years older. Yeah, for me, it's a France no-brainer. I don't know if you guys want to.
I know what Gum's saying.
My opinion, but yeah.
Yeah, go on. You go, Silver.
No, you go, please.
Yeah, I've got to stick with France. I think that know-how just makes a big difference for me in that environment, and that's why I say I think notoriously they come on stronger. They've been there before. Do you know what I mean? So I think that gives them just that little bit extra edge over England. However, I think people will be expecting France to win, and that might play in England's hands a bit. But I've got to stick with the Blues. So yeah, in that stage, I'll go France.
Silver Fox, I'm
Well,
sorry,
I'm
mate.
going to be the one that's going to believe.
We need one. We need one.
We need one. I'm
still
going to
click
guy.
France. I'm still going to click France, but we
We're
do.
coming all right. Come on,
He's got the flag
it's
on.
Honestly,
honestly, I think this is the one tournament where, and 2018, I let the emotions of 2018 and the fact that we got through and we were sort of riding a wave of energy. I sort of let that get the better of me. This time, I'm sort of going in confident because of the team that we've got and the plays that we've got. It's the manager for me. I'll keep saying it's the manager for me that's going to be the reason that we don't do well in this tournament.
I actually think what's helped us out here as well is obviously it's delayed by a year. If we played this last year, I don't think we'd probably get as far as we may think or believe.
Yeah, definitely.
And now and our team's very young, and we've had another season for these players to mature, play more regularly, and it's actually working into our hands. So if we do win it, we've got to look back and going, do you know what?
COVID's helped us. Yeah, and like you're saying, if you look at what Phil Foden's done at City this year, so his experience going to the final, Mason Mount, Reece James, those boys there have got valuable experience over the last year, even for
in Champions League finals as well. You know what I mean? So,
even to Sancho having that bit of dip in form, he's had to bounce back. He's shown some resilience. He did bounce
back as well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's probably a good year to go.
Oh, that's really good.
You've not even mentioned Grealish. You've not even mentioned Bellingham, who I think is going to have an absolutely great tournament if he gets time. Because, in my opinion, again, Southgate didn't give me hope, and we can obviously we finished that pretty. But this is just me on England. Henderson and Maguire, players like that, who obviously are important players who aren't fully fit. I don't know if there's any point in bringing them, and I believe that there are players who can match that sort of that level. I understand Henderson is a wonderful player and a great leader, and Maguire is I think Maguire is a great defender. He's really proven that he's a stalwart in that Man United defense. But Bellingham has proven that he's just as good. He was the best player on the pitch against Man City in a quarter-final of a Champions League. Ben White came in, and I think Ben White's done a really good job in secure. He looks solid. I know it's Romania, but he looks solid against Romania. So good. I think that you just have to play players based on how good they are and how much they'll complement the system. And if he does that and he doesn't play, I don't think Sterling should start. I don't think Sterling's been that well. We really should be able to get to that final or semi-final minimum.
You know what, Darius? I must say, for a Spurs fan, you talk a lot of sense, mate. And
hey, listen,
anything I said about you in the group, I take it back. But Silver Fox will tell you in one of the chats recently, I said Henderson shouldn't be in that squad, and neither should Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire's got a bit more chance. We could be waiting on them two, and by the time they come back actually fit, we could be out of the tournament.
Exactly. You force them into the first two games, and then what happens if they pull up with an injury? And then I don't know what happens. So if a player gets injured and goes out, can you not recruit any?
Nah, you're a player down. So you're a player down. So yeah, to me, there's no point. Like if don't get me wrong, I understand sometimes you might carry one. So you might carry Harry Kane if he was half injured because 20 minutes at the end of the game, him coming on could give you something. But for a centre midfielder, yes, he's important. But at the same time, like you said, Bellingham can do a great job in there. Declan Rice has been superb this season. And even to me, what Ward Prowse showed me as well in that last game, just the delivery. Do you know what I mean? So we've got some,
and we've got Calvert-Lewin up front. Calvert-Lewin with a James Ward-Prowse delivery in the 90th minute. That almost is like a corner or a penalty almost because Calvert-Lewin won every single header I saw in that Romania game.
Exactly that.
Guy who can put a ball on.
Come on, and with Trent being out, that for me says you've got to now bring in Ward-Prowse because Trent would be the boy you're looking to deliver. You've now lost that.
Not to mention we've got Jordan Henderson, who's half injured, who's a centre mid. Calvert-Lewin, Calvin Phillips, who also had a shoulder injury as well.
I don't think Henderson's been brought to play. I think he's there for morale.
Just that leadership.
I think that's what it is. I don't think he's going to feature at all if he does get fit. I just can't see it happening.
Well, Silver Fox, he say that, and then look, the guy takes a ball off Calvert-Lewin and misses a flipping penalty. So it's like, what are you doing to help morale by doing that? I get what you mean, but you know what? And this might be controversial. Yeah? I'd rather bring Jesse Lingard for morale than Henderson because he seems like he galvanizes. He seems like everybody seems like they love Jesse Lingard in that camp, and he's also fit and he's also in form. So it's like if you're going to bring somebody for morale, why not Jesse Lingard? So I 100% agree with you, but Jordan Henderson, I don't know, man. I think it's a fast. Like he's been out since February. Do you know what I mean? If it was at least Harry Maguire's he's only been injured the last few months, isn't he? Or last few weeks. He wasn't been long, so at least you can say he's still got relative fitness in him. But yeah, to me and again, it's just kind of the same thing we've done before.
so many times we've brought injured players and it hasn't worked out. And for me, this Euros is a free hit because for me, you should be planning for the World Cup and the Euros after. You've got such a young squad.
Yeah.
Henderson's probably got one more tournament in him, 1 or 2 more in him anyway. So do you know what? You might as well let Bellingham and Ward-Prowse in them and get the minutes because in 2 years, now they're hitting their prime, or even at 4 years, they've got another 4 tournaments in them, a lot of them players. So let them have this one as a free hit and they will develop together, do you know what I mean, and be ready in a couple of years. So, this is the happiest I've been with an England squad, though. So I'm not going to let the Henderson really frustrate me.
I agree.
It's actually a really exciting team, but I look at Southgate a bit like Ollie and Arteta, where they've come in, they've stabilised it, they've freshened up the squad. I don't think you ever win a tournament with those guys. I don't think Arsenal win a league.
It's like that level. It's like you need that manager to go just that one step. I agree.
And a bit like what Lampard did with Chelsea. I don't think he was ever going to get them to the next level. But what he did is he brought in a philosophy, brought in a style of play and some players where the team can now go forward. And then you give it over to a serial winner like Tuchel, and all of a sudden they put the little bit of finesse on it. So I think that's where Arsenal and Man United are with Ollie and Arteta as well. I've said Ollie could get through this window if he gets Sancho and a good centre back in or a defensive midfielder. You now give that team to a Klopp or a Pep, they're winning a lot. Do you know what I mean? So I think Southgate's the same. He's going to put us in a good position, and then hopefully we get a Brendan Rodgers or someone to take this team forward.
I think that's a great shout, and we only have a year until the World Cup. Let's not forget the World Cup is literally a year and a half. So it's next December. So it's a case of these players, if they play well in this tournament and then play well in their season next season, they're going to have a guaranteed spot in that World Cup next year. So,
it's exciting times.
Based on what we've just done there, then and what we're talking about, an acceptable tournament would be quarterfinals.
Acceptable quarterfinals. Well, I expect semi-finals, and if we get in the finals, I'll be impressed by that. I will be impressed by that.
I think for me, style of play is important. I think the last was it the World Cup or the years of the World Cup when we went to the semis. I weren't impressed with it. Even though we got to the semis, I looked at what we played and said, I don't expect you to beat them. That's like, you know what I mean? When you turn up and you're playing Fulham and Sheffield United and that, you expect to get there. And when you played anyone who was half decent, and Croatia weren't great, you come unstuck twice against them. So, I think, if we got knocked out in the groups, but we actually played some really exciting football and he played the youngsters, I wouldn't even mind that because I could see what you're building for. But again, if you now play the Maguires, the Hendersons and a lot of the old guard, even Sterling, if he plays for me, then and we don't do well, I'm now looking at you as a bad tournament because Sterling shouldn't be near that starting 11 on
controversially, I believe Rashford as well. I think Rashford's carried about 4 injuries. Let the guy go get surgery. Like he's confirmed he's having surgery after this tournament. Why are you making him play? It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse for the Man U and the World Cup after. Let the guy go. Play Jack Grealish on the left. You've got Jack Grealish, Foden, Sancho, Sterling, 4 wingers there who are capable enough of replacing the output that Rashford will give you. So I just think that some of these decisions don't fill me with confidence. But then again, we look at the squad and then it's like, how can I not be confident? So that's how I'm sort of feeling.
When you called them wingers out as well, you forgot a really important one.
Bukayo. I'm guessing.
Don't forget, don't sleep, please don't do that.
I'm not even going to lie to you, right? I was kind of like, Saka getting into the squad, I don't know if that was necessary. Not that I was angry at it. I just didn't know if it was necessary because I didn't see where he was going to play. But the guy played so well in the friendly where he won man of the match. And for me, it's what you said, Gumsa. It's about building for the future. And that guy will be a starter for England in the future. Why not put him in the squad now?
Yeah.
Why not give him a chance? Do you know what I mean? And I think the left back position could be his or the right wing position could be his. So he's got a position. He's got a chance to play in 2 different positions. So there's a lot of wingers. There's a lot of attacking players that we should.
We could talk about this all day.
We could.
All day long. But I really want to wrap this up soon. But before I do that, we've obviously got 4 or 5 more games before England do play. I just want to get some predictions in before we go. So Turkey, Italy tonight. I think. Well, that's going to be the game of the weekend. I think before we play anyway. We've all gone for Italy top, so we're going Italy, right?
I'm going Turkey in this one though, but I agreed to go with Italy with you lot, but I'm going Turkey to win this.
I think this game could be a draw, and then Italy win the next 2, or Italy will win the game. But I don't think this will be the toughest game for them in the group. And if Turkey win this game, Gumsa might be onto something.
I'm going Turkey. I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you later, SilvaFox, with a couple of £10. See what we can do with it.
As Deji says, financial advice, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-2 in that one.
Yeah, I think it might be a draw too. I think I'm going to go
want to see some goals tonight.
I'm going to go 2-1 Italy because that's my team to win it. I think Italy are going to win it, low-key. So that's my dark horse team. So I'm going to 2-1 Italy.
I'm going 2-1 Turkey.
Cool.
And then tomorrow, 2:00, Wales, Switzerland. That's a battle for third.
Yeah. 2-1 Wales, Bale double, Xhaka red card.
I was waiting for that.
I'll go 1-1.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gumsa. We'll go 1-1. Xhaka's going to score a worldie, and then he's going to go off to Roma. And Arsenal fans are going to get all over the top about it. And yeah. 5:00 tomorrow, Denmark versus Finland. It's a Scandinavian thing, isn't it?
Pookie plays. He's Finnish, isn't he?
Pookie,
yeah. He's like the crown jewel of Finland. Denmark for me. I'm going to go 2-0 Denmark. I don't really see Finland scoring in that game.
I'm gonna go 3. I think that's going to be a high scoring one for some reason.
Yeah, I'm looking at 2, 3. So I'll go 2. Belgium versus Russia, 8:00 tomorrow night.
I think that could be a spanking.
Do you?
The only reason I'm saying that is because I think Belgium. This is the golden generation of Belgium's real last chance. Maybe the World Cup next year. I think this is their last chance to really win something significant. And I do believe they should have won something significant with that team. So I think Belgium are going to start off really, really hot. And I think it will be in the knockouts that they sort of falter out.
Yeah.
I think they'll start off. I think they're going to really like blitz this group and just really go for it. And then they might get a couple. Like I said, Hazard might get injured, De Bruyne might get injured, and it might come to shit. But yeah, I'm going to go 4. I'm going to go 4-1 Belgium. I think it's going to be pretty big beating, even though Russia are quite a solid team, to be fair.
So now the more you're talking, I'm sitting there thinking the players, and I'm thinking they've got everything, haven't they? Like if they want to beat you on the floor, they can beat you on the floor. If they want to go direct, they've got a monster up front.
Yeah,
like. They got boys who could deliver. So do you know what? Yeah, I think Lukaku might fill his boots today. I'm gonna go 3-0. 3-0. Go 3-0.
I'll go 4-0.
Yeah, I think it could be. Ugly. I really think they're just gonna think like you think Hazard's 30 now and De Bruyne is 30 now, and these guys they don't have long in international football, so they're gonna want to go for it. They're definitely.
Yeah.
We could talk about the England game, but I get the impression that we'll have a preview.
Yeah,
so at sometime in the next 24 hours we'll over. So anyway, Golden Boot. Dare I ask Darius? But Golden Boot.
I don't think it's going to be Kane, by the way. So don't get onto. I actually don't think it's going to be Kane. I think
let me look at these group stages.
He'll probably win golden assist or whatever the thing is because the way he's dropping off so much, even for England, he doesn't need to drop off so much for England. I don't know why he does it. He's in that Tottenham mentality and. For me, that's going to be a detriment of his goal. That's going to be at the detriment of his goal scoring. I think he drops off too much, and he's dependent on those wingers to run. So I don't think Kane will win it. The person I think will win it is a guy we were just talking about, Gumsa. You mentioned him. I think Romelu Lukaku could make a big difference. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I think he'll, like you said, I think he's the only real goal threat in that Belgium team. I think that I was going to predict Mbappe, but there's a lot of goal scorers in that French team. I'm looking at individual goal scorers in teams and obviously getting further into the tournament. And yeah, Belgium, for me, Lukaku could score like a hat-trick in the group stages and then get like a two or three more, and that will be him with a golden boot. So I'm going to go Romelu Lukaku.
Gumsa, do you agree? Yeah.
I can't argue with that. I just look through the group stages because again, he's looking where you can grab your goals, isn't it?
Exactly.
So I think Lukaku could have that wrapped up by the time he's finished playing Denmark, Finland, and Russia. He could be on 6, 7. Do you know what I mean? So Mbappe obviously might be your star boy, even Ronaldo, but you're now playing for Mbappe. He's got Germany and Portugal to get past first. And flip side, Ronaldo's got France and Germany to get past. So yeah, they might come out of that with only 2 goals in their locker. Harry Kane, if Rashford's playing, then we could probably win a lot of penalties and he might be able to fill his boots that way.
That's what he did at flipping, what's it called, didn't it? In the World Cup, and he somehow got a goal.
That's right. Yeah.
I know we're praising him for that. I don't know how people were praising him for that. I'm sorry, I sound like I'm bashing Harry Kane, but people were gassing Harry Kane, and I was like,
but again, you see him week in, week out, so you know what level is, isn't it? So yeah. But I think Lukaku. I think obviously you got Lewandowski in the tournament, and he could grab a couple because Slovakia and Sweden aren't the biggest of games, but he hasn't got that support behind him like Lukaku's got. Do you know what I mean? I think Lukaku's got everything you need behind him to just go and score goals and have some fun out there. So I'm going Romelu.
Everything you need, one guy. That's all you need.
KDB,
Kevin De Bruyne. That's 5 goals guaranteed. So yeah. Go on, what's your thoughts, Silva?
I'm going for a wild card here.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Barack Yilmaz.
Ooh.
Now, it sounds crazy. It does sound crazy, bro. But honestly, that guy, something about Barack Yilmaz. I love Barack Yilmaz so much. He's just, how old is he now? 36. I think he's 36 years old.
Is that old?
I think he's 36 years old. But
35. He'll be 36 by the end of the tournament. But yeah,
that's actually a really good shout.
Good shout.
I like that. The players he's got around him, and he's a big guy.
Çalhanoğlu is like the De Bruyne of Turkey, isn't he? He created the most chances in all of Europe's top 5 leagues.
And even though we had Turkey going to the semi-finals, didn't we?
Yeah.
I myself had Turkey in the semi-finals. So
yeah, he's got a good chance. And again, when you got a team like that, they're looking there. Everything's going to be built around him scoring goals for them, isn't it? So yeah. I mean, it's not a bad shout.
Oh, you got me more excited for this tournament now.
I can't wait.
I'm buzzing.
But
anyway, with all that said, I think that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. What do you want to do this every week and go through it? Do you want to do it like at the end of like stage 1? Do we go again?
I mean, you know what? I say that we do. Let's do round of knockout stages, because obviously it will change, won't it? Some teams might not.
In 10 minutes. In 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're quick wins.
In 10 minutes. Okay, all right.
In 10 minutes.
Well, we'll sort something out for that for sure.
Love
definitely.
It.
Cool.
So thanks for joining me, guys. Oh, Darius, anything coming up on Paxton Road that we should be looking out for this weekend?
Tomorrow, if tomorrow is Saturday, because I genuinely don't know what time it is and day it is. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about potentially our new manager in Paulo Fonseca. I don't even know who our new manager is going to be, what our new manager is going to be. I don't care anymore, but yeah, I will be on the show. We'll be talking about Paulo Fonseca. It's crazy. Roma manager gets kicked out, goes to Tottenham. Tottenham manager gets kicked out, goes to Roma. Can't make it up.
Couldn't write it.
It's banter all along, lads, and I'm sure you Arsenal fans will want to join in and take the mickey out of us. So yeah, join in for that. I think it's 12:30. We're going live.
Wouldn't it be amazing if you two met in? Imagine if you lot met in the Euro Cup 2 final.
What, Mourinho versus Fun? Oh, mate. And Mourinho will literally and he'll know us through. It comes up too much negativity. And I'm not talking about Tottenham until these Euros are done. So yeah, tomorrow's Paulo Fonseca talk. But yeah, after that, they'll be doing Euros talk and stuff like that. And there'll be anything that comes up, like I said, transfers, managers stuff, anything that comes up, we'll do videos on. So yeah, just keep in tune. And
Gumsa, I'm sure we'll see you again. We're talking about transfers. Gunslingers next Wednesday. We don't know what we're going to be doing.
Bissouma.
Talking about players we're never going to get, but we look forward to it.
Seems like North London's the same on both sides at the moment.
Yeah,
it seems like you just got
what's going on.
It's just a mess. It's a mess.
The Euros has come out at a great time for us. We can say that.
Perfect.
Yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching. There is a couple of shows tonight. I've got Gunner King's Court again on tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm not sure if he's got a guest yet or not, but we'll find out in due course. And I believe the Man United Agenda boys have got something going on as well, so look out for that. In the meantime, enjoy the Euros. It's here. Enjoy the game tonight.
Come on.
And
love life.
Got this England.
Come on, England.